Coming to the stage next, very funny dude I just seen him a couple of days ago. Please give it up, Mr. Steve Carignan, y'all. Come on, y'all.
Well, you guys are catching me at the end of a pretty long journey. It's been about 2 years, but to date, I have lost 110 pounds. Yeah, I'm actually kind of glad you had that reaction. The last time I told that to a group of people, it was at an obesity charity gig that we did, and they didn't have that reaction. Mainly because I think they were trying to raise money for a disease, and I kind of just cured it in front of them, which, well, you know, I'd say that, but in all fairness, they were upset with me beforehand because we were spitballing ideas for the fundraiser, and I told them, I'm like, you know what we should do? We should race for the cure, because then it would actually work. They didn't like that. But, you know, I don't give up, right? So I was like, okay, no race for the cure. How about an all-you-can-eat buffet? Y'all love those. But that was like a terrible suggestion, because apparently they were already trying to do that, and the only guy they could get to do it was a guy that didn't really speak English that well, you know what I mean? With the whole Chinese thing. I find it really funny that they have a charity for obesity, because I have nothing against, like, overweight people. Like, if you want to own it, like, just do it, right? But you can tell how serious an ailment is based on what the treatment is. Because think about it, like, if you're addicted to heroin, right? Yeah, guy in the back looking a little shaky. If you're addicted to heroin and there's an intervention, you get, like, doctors, you get like a psychiatrist in there, you get like a prescription for a drug that is so similar to heroin, you might as well just do heroin. You get addicted to the cure, and then you have to wean yourself off the cure. Not that I know, I mean, I don't know. I just read that somewhere. People always do that when they're trying something stupid out on you. They're like, I read somewhere that... but like, if you look at somebody like getting cured from obesity, they just get a personal trainer with no degree at all. You get a documentary, like, maybe, and if you're real lucky, you'll like star in reality TV, right? It's like hoarding, right? Whenever they intervene on a hoarder, they kind of like half-ass it, you know what I mean? If you are addicted to heroin, I don't know why I'm sticking with the heroin, but get off the heroin, Steve, Jesus. Not like get off the heroin, because I don't do heroin anymore. I never do it, no, that's not what I meant. Okay, moving on. So, if you ever seen an intervention for a hoarder, they go, it's like, you have to get rid of your stuff. And they're like, well, can I keep this? It's like, yes, make a pile of stuff you want to keep. It's like, can you imagine doing that for a heroin addict? It's like, you have to get off heroin. Well, let me just keep some. Yeah, keep some. That's fine. We respect your rights as an individual, but like, get rid of most of it. And then just get a dumpster and a professional organizer. Like, that's not an intervention. That's nothing. It's awful. It's awful. It's just, people are getting stupid. People are getting offensively stupid. And the reason I know, so I'm from, digression here, I'm from Memphis. I actually grew up in Memphis. And I grew up in the poor side of Memphis, which is to say, I grew up in Memphis. And, yeah. And the Domino's would not deliver to my neighborhood. Like, literally, they would not deliver. It's not a joke. They wouldn't go there. But I remember we'd always go to get Church's chicken. Do they have those up here? Yeah. Church's? I bet they're better down. I bet they're better in Memphis. But anyways, you know, the South is famous for, like, Southern hospitality. Well, this is the best example I've ever seen of it. I was in line at Church's Chicken, and there was this lady who was, I don't know, 300 pounds-ish. Right? And it was obviously like right after church, because she had like the crazy purple blazer with the plum trim and the hat, right, that swoops down in front. And her order, I forget what it was, but it was like a total of 53 pieces of chicken. And I'm not counting sides, right? And the guy behind the counter is like 6'4", and he just looks and he goes, "Is that for here or to go?" Like, it's 53 pieces of chicken. And the nerve of that guy. And so, like, she sits there and she goes, literally, the next words out of his mouth were, "Bitch, please, I don't know your life." And that was the end of it, though. That was the strange part about it. Moved to Chicago, I'm standing in line at Starbucks. There's 2 Cubs fans in front of me. And yeah, I know, classy, right? Just so classy. These guys were super classy with like 3 S's. They were talking back and forth, and I tune people out most of the time. But I tuned in for one of them to go, "Oh, am God." Like, if you're gonna abbreviate, stick to the abbreviation. We don't need you playing around with it. He goes, "I want to get this, but it has way too much espresso." And the other guy, like, literally just went boom, and he goes, "Espresso? It's pronounced espresso. Learn English." And have you ever been in a moment where, like, you do something before you think to, like, don't intervene? I actually leaned in and was like, Italian. Yeah, Italian. Espresso's Italian. It's always been Italian. We use it, but it's still Italian. Doesn't change. And secondly, like, why add S's? Like, don't you want, like, less S's? He's doing you a favor. Like, stick with him. What's my time? That's it. All right, guys. Thank you. My name's Stephen Carignan.
Give it up for Stephen Carignan one more time, y'all.